Good morning, gang. Happy Sunday morning. So, unless you slept under a rock yesterday, by now you know what's been going on in the Middle East and Hamas attacking Israel. Talked about it yesterday on the video, talked about it last night on the live stream. What I'm going to tell you here, and a lot of you guys asked this last night on the live stream, is how does this affect us? All I'm going to say is this: be extremely careful when you go out, even here in the United States. Okay. I mean, you look at some of the areas in the U.S. I mean, the population of the New York City area, 11% Jewish. Population of the Philadelphia area, almost 7%. Population of Miami, almost 8%. San Francisco, a little more than 5%. L.A., a little more than 5%. You start getting around the United States, and there's a decent Jewish population in this country. Now, where I grew up in Michigan, had a large Jewish community, and I remember times of swastikas being painted on the sides of synagogues and things like that. Yeah, I mean, this was 40 years ago. It's gotten a little bit worse, okay? Not that relations between the terrorist organizations in the Middle East and Israel's ever been good, but we're probably, I'd say, a little bit worse now than we have been in, history, okay? I mean, give you this, the attacks on Israel yesterday were the worst in 50 years since the Yom Kippur War, okay? Where I say be careful if you are here in the United States, there is a large contingent of pro-Palestinian groups in the United States that have been applauding this, okay? Saying, oh, this is a good thing. I'll give you some of the quotes that came out yesterday and overnight. The U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations. The recent unprovoked and continuous attacks by Israel on Palestinian towns, cities, and refugee camps have resulted in tragic loss of Palestinian lives. We condemn Israel's targeted and indiscriminate killing of civilians, including innocent children, women, and the elderly. Really? Seriously? Unprovoked and continuous attacks? I don't know. I didn't see 5,000 missiles going into Gaza yesterday. Unprovoked, yeah, that would be about it. Indiscriminate killing of civilians, children, women, the elderly. Let's see if I remember correctly the video that I saw yesterday about Hamas dragging a German woman through the streets after killing her, or dragging a female Israeli soldier through the streets naked after they killed her. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is necessarily unprovoked. You started it, okay? How about the Council on Islamic Relations, CARE, that great group here in the United States, fighting for the Arabic population? They expressed their support for the Palestinian people's right to freedom, and then reiterated the comment that the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations made, okay? Yeah. This is in the States, guys. Don't think it's just the whack job barbarians that are the terrorists. This is where you get even worse. You get the disgusting white supremacists that we have in this country. The leader of the group National Justice, okay, one of these skinhead groups, quote, Palestinians are killing the synagogue of Satan. God bless these brave men of Palestine. F you. Okay. You go in further, and this is where it starts getting really silly and really scary. Talked a little bit about last night about who finances, who bankrolls Hamas. It's primarily Iran. Okay. Remember, good old Potato Joe last month released $6 billion worth of money to Iran, and Joe said, oh, they're going to be using this money for humanitarian purposes, right? Because Iran is such a humanitarian country. No, the Prince of Iran had come out and said, no, we're going to use it for terrorist operations. Okay, that was what he said. Joe didn't bother listening to that. But I take you back, a year or so ago, and remember that little success that Joe had, at least in his mind, pulling out of Afghanistan? Remember that one? Where he left $86 billion worth of U.S. equipment, rifles, ammunition, armored vehicles, helicopters, missiles, all that sort. Remember when Joe did all that? Yeah. Might be coming back to haunt him. Okay. Take a look at this comment. Jerusalem Post. The Taliban has reportedly asked Iran for passage to Israel to help Hamas continue its terror against the Jewish state. Okay. This has come out, and they are asking the countries of Iraq, Iran, and Jordan for passage, unobstructed passage, through so they can join the fight against Israel. The Taliban. Remember that group of people that we fought for 20 years and lost? And Joe said, oh, we'll let them take control of their country. They're not going to cause us any problems. So now let's see. We gave $6 billion to Iran, and Hamas is going to get that. We left $86 billion worth of equipment for the Taliban. They want to go fight alongside Hamas. So let's see. We have $92 billion worth of American goods and money being used to fight against our biggest ally in the Middle East. Okay. Think it won't happen? Let's take a look at a comment out of the Iranian military commander and special advisor to the Ayatollah, Yahya Rahim Safavi. Okay. Quote, we congratulate the Palestinian fighters. We will stand by the Palestinian fighters until the liberation of Palestine and Jerusalem. Okay. Yeah, you wonder what's going on. Okay. It's gotten to the point where we aren't safe wherever we go. Okay. And again, I'm not going to say that this is a new thing, that you have tensions between the Middle East, the Arabic countries in the Middle East and Israel. What I'm saying is, what happens when those problems, use that term, wind up here? I don't know. 9/11 ring a bell to anybody? Okay, as much as some people want to believe it was the CIA and all that sort of stuff. Okay, I'm not going to get into that argument with you. Okay. But let's take a couple of things. Do we need, another war on terror that we're going to go after for 20 years and cost tens of thousands of lives and trillions of dollars? Is this what's going to happen again? Is this how we get to pay for it again? That would be a best case scenario where we just start pumping money into Israel. Hey, we know Joe's got a bottomless checkbook. Just ask Vladimir Zelensky. Okay. Let's just start sending everything we have to Israel, too. I want you to think about this. Imagine being Xi Jinping right now and go, let's see. Europe is completely depleted of weapons. They have nothing. The United States has already said they're looking at the bottom of the barrel, okay, in regards to what they have in armament. What do you say we go into Taiwan next week? Who's going to stop us? Right? You go back to World War II and Stalin's troops not having any ammunition, not having any guns. You go back to the late 1960s, early 1970s, and the United States sending troops to Vietnam with guns but no ammunition. to club, okay? Get you that. Doesn't do you a whole lot of good. This is where we are. And Xi Jinping is just sitting back going, I'm loving watching this because it's going to make me conquer the world so much easier. I won't have to do anything. I'll just walk in, knock on the door, and say, hi, I'm here. You're now my prisoner. And you're going to go, ain't nothing I can do about it. Okay. This is the insane crap that is going on. And right now, personally, okay, notwithstanding the hostilities that have always been going on in the Middle East, you can put a lot of the blood from what happened yesterday and continues to happen as we speak right squarely in Joe Biden's lap, because he funded this whole thing. Ain't no question. Listening to all of the talking heads, oh, we just completely disavow this. This is totally wrong, everything. Right. This is what you're hearing from leaders all around the world who are going, okay, I made my little speech, get me another bottle of wine, give me another, lobster, whatever. They don't care, okay, until it winds up on their soil. Talked last night a little bit about the squad, okay, the idiots in Congress, the stupidest people on the face of the earth. Rashida Tlaib still has not come out and said a word, okay, even with all the news organizations trying to get a comment from her. She won't say anything. Okay? Mind you, she is Palestinian. But you had the other rocket scientists, Ilhan Omar, AOC, Jamal Bowman, Cori Bush, come out yesterday, and their idea was, well, we need an immediate ceasefire and peace negotiations. No. What we need right now is Israel to just completely steamroll Hamas and just obliterate them from the face of the earth. Then maybe we can have a little bit of peace, because the peaceful negotiations, the not attacking, Israel's tried that for 50 years, and it's not working, because as they continue to go on about their daily lives, the terrorist organizations, Hezbollah, Hamas, country of Iran, whatever, the Taliban, all they want to do is continue to fight. I go back to what I've said many times. Many of you guys have heard the same thing as you were taught when you were kids too. Never start a fight. Always finish one. Hey, Israel, it's time you finish this one once and for all. Pinball out.